Hey babies, it is late. It is like 11:30 y'all time, 9:30 my time. But because of this coronavirus, so much is going on in the world. Y'all people are cracking me up with this virus. Like this is the same stuff that everybody did with this H1N1 stuff. So yeah. Anyway, it's not that I don't care. It's that I don't care as much as everybody else. Because I have everything in my house. And I have a question. Y'all can answer it if y'all want, but then y'all don't have to. Why everybody's stealing all the toilet paper from the market and taking all the toilet paper? This is a viral lung disease. It kills your lungs. What are we doing with all the toilet paper? I'm confused. I mean, maybe you ain't had none in your house and you need it, but like people are literally stockpiling hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of things of toilet paper. Is weird to me. But anyway, it is what it is. But thank you all for tuning into The Queen Speaks. Y'all know me. I'm a speak and speak some more, whether you like it or not. That's just what I do. I'm not going to talk long because like I said, it's late my time. And my job, because of the coronavirus, they just made it so that we can work from home. So tomorrow I can get up later, brush my teeth slowly, make me a cup of hot tea, and then sit in my room on my bed and do this medical billing and stuff. So I'm excited about that. I get to work from home tomorrow. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I used to work from home before and I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. I loved it. But after 6 years of working from home, you kind of be like, okay, I'm working from home. What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and don't pay my hair no mind. This is a new color I'm trying because my sister and I are getting ready for a trip. So what y'all think of my hair? I'm gonna let it out for y'all. What y'all think? So for all of y'all that can see me on, y'all can just put in Queen Amina Speaks on YouTube. Amina, Amina, and then y'all can see my hair. And y'all can let me know what y'all think. I love the color. But I've never had these crochet braids before, so I got them now. But you know, everybody around me seems to love it. So, but it's heavy, and somebody also told me once my braids that are under it start growing, I'm not gonna like it. I like me no matter what, so it don't really be mattering. I just don't be wanting to do my hair not here because it's so much dust, and when I go running, the little teeny bugs. It's just a lot. But anyway, the coronavirus made me think about some things. So I'm gonna ask my little one to stop cleaning the kitchen and go in her room for a second. I'll call you when I'm done. Because this is a conversation that is for the adults, strictly for adults. So adults, if you got some little people around you listening to this conversation, this is not for them. Awesome. So she's gone. Listen. So the coronavirus made me think about some stuff. A lot of people, you guys are out there dating, right? Yeah, you guys are out there dating. And what I realized, not minding y'all business, just saying, a lot of people talk to people, right? Right? Y'all talk to people. Y'all date people. Y'all meet people. Y'all get caught up in that first day and everything is, ooh, you so nice. You so sweet. You so new. You got that new person smell and y'all have sex. Yeah. So real quick, I'm going to have to close this other door because there's a lot going on in that room too because I hear stuff. So I'm going to close that door. So bear with me a second because we need to have this conversation, people. So, okay. So the conversation is basically this. And I've noticed it a lot because people always, they're talking about the girl who actually, because y'all know I'm a writer. And I have out books, 3 novels, If Some Wishes Came True, Queenie's Secrets, and Where the Loyalty Lies. Recently, there was a young lady who she did a review on my book, Where the Loyalty Lies. And she's talking about the main character, Sparks, and how he is sleeping with all these women. He has an STD, blah, 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 blah. He's not telling anybody about the STD, but he's treating the STD, da, 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 da. That made me think about not only the coronavirus, but it made me think about people in general. Of course, I write about things that have happened in life or people that I know that things have happened to in life. You understand what I'm saying? So my character is based off of people that I've had conversations with. So because I wrote about this man who has an STD and is treating it and he's not telling anyone, it means that I had no men who have had STDs who might have been my friend, because I had a lot of male friends growing up. I was a tomboy too. I know I'm cute, but I was a tomboy till I was 19. And I knew men who definitely did them. I'm not saying women don't do them, because women do them too. People do themselves. You feel what I'm saying? But I've known people who've had STDs, and as a friend of mine, they'll say, oh, I found out I got this, blah, 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 but I slept with this girl, this girl, this girl. I don't want to call them all and tell them. And me being me, I'm like, yo, you better tell these bitches that you got this disease. But some men will take heed to what I'm saying, and they'll be like, okay, I'll let that person know I got an STD. But some men will be like, nah, I ain't telling sis nothing. She better go get checked herself. And it's weird, because what I've learned is a lot of people talk sex, but nobody talks sexually transmitted disease. Now, I feel like there is no way that you should be able to sleep with a person, be intimate with a person, put your face in their places, okay? Because we've all been there. Everybody, that's why I say, get the kiddies out of here. But we've all been there. We've had oral sex. We've had anal sex. We've had regular sex. When your face are going in those spaces, do you think about if this person ever had an STD? Does this person currently have an STD? You're not thinking about that in that mode, in that mood, in that moment. You're not. But you're supposed to talk about it first. I used to do this thing where I would tell men all the time, listen, this and this and this is going down. We know it's going to go down because we feeling each other like that. I see you, I get all squashy. You see me, you get all brick. You know what I'm saying? How about we go to the doctors together? How about we go get STD checked together? Now, if you ever run into anybody that's ever dealt with me, they'll tell you. It's not a force. It's not me making you do it. I'm not going to make you go get checked for STD, no. But it's going to be something that I discuss with you. Can we go get tested together? When was the last time you got tested for anything? Because at the end of the day, some diseases can lie dormant in you. Like in women, chlamydia and gonorrhea, things like that, they can be dormant in a woman, and she not even know that she's the carrier of it. And then she can have unprotected sex with a gentleman, and the next day his penis starts burning, or it starts dripping, or it just hurts. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely different symptoms for different people. Everybody doesn't contract things the same way. But at the same time, some men looked at that woman and saw, ooh, her ass is fat. Ooh, her lips is big. Ooh, da-da-da-da-da. And they didn't think about, what if this person has an STD? When you meet a person, that's not something that you all of a sudden just think, oh, you might have an STD. But at the same time, if you feel like you're going to be intimate with this person, why not go get tested together? Why not talk sexually transmitted diseases instead of just talking sex? So many people quick to say, what that mouth be about. And then people be like, oh, I'll show you. I'm not showing you anything, because then whatever it is in my mouth, is in my throat, is all in, we going to discuss, maybe because I'm 40 and I'm from a different realm of atmosphere. I'm not like the new age people. I will discuss sexually transmitted disease the same way I feel like everybody should, but a lot of people don't. And, now that everybody's so worried about the coronavirus being airborne and blah, 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 you can get the coronavirus if someone has it and doesn't know that they have it, and they're in your face and you're breathing their air and you're kissing them. It's a airborne disease. It's not an STD, but it is an airborne disease. So y'all need to think about that. What if there was airborne diseases STD wise? Then what? Will we all discuss STDs then? There was a couple years ago, these young guys, I'm not sure what happened with the condom, but I think you can get it on Amazon. It's a condom out now. And you guys need to Google STD condoms. But there is actually a condom out. These young black boys, they invented this condom that when you have sex if the woman that you're having sex with has a disease, the condoms turn a certain color for syphilis. It turns a certain color for gonorrhea. It turns a certain color. And I know this because I looked it up when my son started having sex. Now, my son really doesn't tell me all his business like that, but he definitely let me know when he was having sex. And I bought him a bag of condoms. He's like, Mom, I already got my own type of condoms, blah, 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 blah. We had the whole conversation. But I told him about the STD condoms as well. You know, so my thing is, if you don't want to talk sex, if you don't want to talk STDs when you're talking sex, maybe you should order those condoms. Just go on Google and put in STD condoms, Amazon, eBay. You can find them. I think the condoms are like $30 a pack, but it's well worth it because after you stroke and pull out, if it is a certain color, that person has an STD. And it's about time that people start knowing and making themselves very aware of STDs and what they are and the fact that they're even going around. When I was younger, I'm about to put the whole business in the street. When I was younger, this neighborhood that I used to hang in, I don't know what happened. I really, really don't, because I had a man at the time, but everybody in this neighborhood kind of fell in love with this one guy who just moved on the block. So everybody was trying to get to him first. But then the same people that was trying to get to them was already dealing with other people on the block. When I tell you that was the worst case of crabs that I had ever heard about, okay? The worst case. I think I was maybe 17 years old. It was crazy because I was talking to the guy and he was telling me, you know, my sister just found out she had crabs, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it could be on a toilet seat. It could be this, it could be that. And then I had heard, you know, a friend of mine, we were sitting on the steps. We smoked weed back then. We would smoke weed. And everybody's talking. And the one girl was like, oh, my God, you know, I had to get that lay lick or whatever it's called, where you got the little comb and you to get rid of the crabs. And she was saying, you know, I shaved my hair and it was still there and I could see them. She said, you know, I couldn't see them until I sat down on the toilet. Well, this was what the girl was saying. I couldn't see them until I sat down on the toilet, and then you could see something moving in the shadow of the water and blah, blah, blah. And I was so scared. I just passed the Dutch back and I was like, all right, y'all, I'm going to have to get my own weed. I'm going to see y'all later. And I left. And then the very next day, I was sitting there with my man and his cousin, and she was saying that she was so pissed off because she just found out that she had crabs and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is the third motherfucker that I done heard this week got crabs. And then one of the guys that she was dealing with up the block, he came running down the block, and he was banging on the door, boom, 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 boom. He opened the door, and as soon as she opened the door, he was like, bitch, don't you know you gave me crabs? Blah, 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 blah. So now I'm in my mind like, oh my God, that's a poor person in this neighborhood. Oh my God. And that just showed me that everybody in the neighborhood thought that they was being slick by sleeping with other people behind other people's back. But STDs will catch you up every time. And crabs is not an STD that you actually still really hear about, but it's an STD that is weird. It's weird. It's very weird. Like, cause it's actually a living creature that you're passing to another person, because like they used to have this joke, pubic hair is just a bridge to some crabs, and it really was. And I thank God that at the time I was with my oldest two kids' father, because his cousin ended up with it. The guy he hung with ended up with it because he was sleeping with the cousin and the cousin's friend. The cousin's friend ended up with it. The girl up the street that was so innocent and sweet, she ended up with it because she was sleeping with the guy that was sleeping with the cousin. And then she was sleeping with somebody else and he ended up with it. And then she slept with the new guy on the block. And that's how it started. The sweet and innocent girl slept with the new guy on the block. See, nobody really knew anything about the new guy on the block except he was tall and brown and gorgeous. That's all they knew. And of course, he slept with the new girl, with the quiet girl, because when people think about the quiet girl, they think that's the good girl, the sweet girl, ooh, she ain't nobody getting that, because that's the good. Don't y'all know them quiet girls be the girls that be getting it popping the most, okay? But yet y'all don't speak STD with her because y'all think because she's quiet that she's keeping to herself. The same way she talking freaky shit to you is the same way she talking freaky shit to the next person. She just quiet. That don't mean she's not having sex. Just because you quiet with your mouth don't mean your legs don't open. You feel what I'm saying? I be telling y'all the truth when I be telling y'all. Y'all got to remember the queen speaks and keep on speaking, because I've seen these things. Sometimes I feel like I've seen too fucking much. too fucking much. Now, I haven't put any of that in any of my books yet, but I think it might go in a book. I'm not sure which one, but I'm not sure what I'm going to pass around. I don't know if I'm going to pass crabs around, but I'm going to pass something around in my book. But talk STD, people. That's serious. Talk it. You need to know what's going on. I mean, even if you ask a person, have you ever had anything? Nobody, I realize that nobody wants to truly say to you, I currently have this. But at the same time, you need to know to save yourself. Now, I knew a woman who had AIDS. Okay. She's still alive. She currently still has AIDS, or she's HIV positive. So she got a tattoo or plus sign on her wrist. So, and she's not ashamed or afraid. She's grown. She's very grown, and she lives in her truth. And she makes it very, 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 very known, I have AIDS. And that's what she lets people know. She has the plus sign. Don't get me wrong. I've lied to a few people and told them I had STD just so they leave me the fuck alone. I don't know why. I keep trying to tell people I'm cute, but I ain't stalking me cute, even though I've been stalked a few times. I'm not that, but I have lied to some people just so they would leave me alone and told them I had some STD, which is not a laughing matter. It's definitely not funny. You shouldn't do that. But you never see how fast a motherfucker will run from you when you tell them you have STD. But like I said, I appreciate the fact that this woman has a plus sign on her wrist, letting everybody know that she has AIDS, because at the end of the day, I think people need to be more open and honest about the things that they have, about the things that they've experienced, especially when you plan on being intimate with a person. Because the first thing you do is kiss a person. Oh, your lips are so soft, blah, 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 blah. And everybody talks about that first kiss. But nobody thinks about the last place that person's lips was. Who's the last pair of legs that person's face was between? I'm just saying. I'm just trying to keep it real with you. Like a lot. I don't know too many people that don't perform oral sex at this point in life. Okay, I don't. Not a lot of adults anyway. And as women, we constantly, and not to say that all y'all men do it, but a lot of men, because I've had men inbox me and say it all the time. Yo, I eat the shit out your pussy, blah, 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 blah. And yet, he don't even know me. And he's offering through the DM to eat my pussy. Now, I could have a yeast infection. I could have a disease. I could just be a nasty bitch that don't wipe my pussy. And they don't know that. They just offering because they see a cute face, big ass. It's not even a cute face, small waist, because I got a chunky, I've been happy in love white type waist. So, it literally, people just look at your face now and your ass size and be like, ooh, yo, I eat the shit out your pussy. Okay, you don't even know when's the last time I washed it. What if I ain't washed it since January and it's March? My whole point is, people, we need to start keeping ourselves safe, okay? It starts within. So know how to, you don't have to come up to somebody and be ignorant, like, yo, you got diseases, because nobody's going to answer you. But know how to start that conversation with somebody that you like. You know what I'm saying? And if that person doesn't want to talk to you anymore because you're asking about STDs, then that's not a person that you want to deal with anyway. You feel me? That's not a person that you want to deal with, because you want someone that's going to be upfront with you and talk to you and tell you what is what in life. STDs are nothing to play with. You can die from an STD. So, and people make it seem like you can't get a STD in your mouth. It's called a sexually transmitted disease. Oral sex is sex. And all them people that be like, oh no, I'm still a virgin, I just give head. Bitch, you ain't a virgin. Okay. I mean, you are, but you're nasty. Okay. Cause you can't just put everybody's in your mouth. I'm serious. At the end of the day, and not to say it like that, some uncircumcised people don't even know how to wash. They don't even know to pull that skin back and get all under there and get all that clean. So if you putting that in your mouth, it's a problem. I'm just saying it's a problem. But like I said, I'm just trying to keep y'all safe. It's late here, and I got to get ready to take my shower, because even though I don't have to go into the office tomorrow, I still do have to work, and I will be on my computer working. But I keep trying to tell you, y'all can leave comments, y'all can leave video comments, y'all can leave audio comments, y'all can type up comments. I do reply, I do speak back, and I do appreciate y'all tuning into Queen Amina Speaks. Well, it's called The Queen Speaks, but like I said, on YouTube, you can put in Queen Amina Speaks and you can see the videos. But the same videos you can see on YouTube are now on my podcast. My show, Amina, Amazing Mentors, Independently Nurturing Artists, it will come back. I'm not sure when. I am actually trying to wait till I leave the area that I'm in so that I can be in a studio so I can have people coming to me. Because before, remember, I had a little office and people would come to my little office when I lived in Maryland, and they would come and they would get interviewed. But now I feel like it's time for big things. But right now I'm just going to do the blog and see how many people I can build up. I am appreciative of the people who have now newly found me and is currently sharing me. I went from 124 subscribers to 159 subscribers, which I appreciate, you guys. Even if you passing me to people that don't like me, that's fine. That is so fine. Any publicity is good publicity in my mind and in my heart and in my spirit of spirit. It just really is. And that's just how I feel about things. But I'm going to go. I've been talking to y'all 20 minutes, but I'm serious. If you are with a person and you cannot discuss sexually transmitted diseases with them, you should not be having sexual intercourse relationships with them. The two go hand in hand. They hold hand in hand. They locked in. Sexually transmitted diseases, sexually and sexual intercourse, because you can only get one from having the other. Okay, so namaste. Keep your coochie straight. Keep your penis array. Okay, do what you got to do to make sure your body parts stay safe. Because some diseases you get and you can never get rid of. Okay, you get them diseases and you can never get rid of. Don't get me wrong. There are those cases where you can't discuss STDs with a person, as if you have been raped and things of that nature. You can't discuss STDs. You did the chips fall where they made with stuff like that. And for all of those who've watched me and who've seen my story and seen the fact that I've let it be known that when I was 20 years old, I got raped. I'm over it. In a way. But I live in my truth. I walk in my truth. I can't go back. That was 20 years ago, and I can't go back to fix it. I can just move forward and say, you know, I've learned at that point. Like I said, I went out drinking with a girl that I barely knew, and she set me up. And women, we're not going to be doing that. Okay, we're going to get it together. And somebody slipped something into my drink, and the next thing I woke up paralyzed, couldn't move, and yeah, it was weird. But like I said, I in another show, I actually did a whole conversation where I let it be known, and maybe you should find that one. I think it's called The Queen's Truth, and I definitely talked about everything that happened to me. But that's not why I'm talking to y'all today, so we're going to move past that. Thank you for everybody that called me crying and reached out to me crying and let me know my truth was their truth, and they were happy that I walk in it. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it made me more aware of what's going on in the world. And it made me more aware that there are a lot of people that will try to hurt you in any way, shape, form, and fashion. You understand me? So just remember this. Like I said, keep you safe, because nobody else is going to keep you safe. So next time, ladies, that a guy DM you like, yo, I'm trying to hit that. I'm trying to eat that. Ask him, okay, well, when's the last time you had an STD check? Can we go get an STD check together? And if that nigga don't never reply to you, it's because he don't know what you even talking about, or he has an STD, or he just scared to go and get checked. Because I remember being a young person and saying to someone, hey, you gave me such and such, and that person was like, oh shit, I got that shit again. And you don't know how hurtful that shit was. I was distraught. I had never even heard, I was always with one person. So I had never even heard of certain STDs. And when I went and they told me that I had it, and I went to him like, hey, you know, you got such and such. And he's like, oh shit, again. Yeah. So have those conversations. Cause I think I was 19 or 20 at the time, 21, something like that. But shit is real out there. And people be knowing when they have things, and they won't tell you, and they'll still sleep with you. you know. And women, make sure y'all double checking too, because some of these men, and I'm gonna be real honest, men, some of y'all out there like, oh yeah, you know, when I have sex with her, she be coming, blah 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 blah, she be all white. Let me tell you, there is no way in the world you're when you have an orgasm, it should be white and creamy and chunky, and that's a yeast infection. Okay, that's a yeast infection. So I'm gonna suggest that you stop eating that, sir. Because unless you baking bread with your tongue, you need to get her some monostat, and then y'all both need to go get checked together, okay? There are certain signs and things of that nature, and I'm being very honest. If you are with someone, ask them to go to the doctors with you. Ask them to get an STD check with you. And if they don't want to, got some decisions to make. Got some choices to make. Got some things to think about, okay? Like I said, for a very long period of time in my life, I used to ask people all the time, can you go to the doctors with me? Let's get a check. For a very long period of time. It's just what it is. Because a lot of people act like condoms is a problem, and they shouldn't be. They really shouldn't be. But don't get me wrong, the things that condoms are made out of, sometimes a condom you can be allergic. Like there are people allergic to latex, you know, but they make other type of condoms. You don't only have to use latex condoms. But then they also have female condoms. If a man is acting like he don't want to put it on, they got female condoms. So keep yourself safe. And people say, oh, I'm on the pill. The pill does not protect you against an STD. It stops you from getting pregnant, and not even in every case, because I think I got pregnant with my son I got pregnant with my daughter on the pill, and I got pregnant with my son on Depo. It was really, really weird. I mean, I was with the same person, but still and all, it was weird. But listen, do not talk sex if you can't talk STD. They're both 3 letters. SEX, STD. But like I said, they go hand in hand. Sexual intercourse, sexually transmitted disease. Protect you. Love you enough to protect you. And men, please stop inboxing people talk about something, yo, I'm trying to hit it, because you don't know what that person has. I saw a thing on YouTube and about this guy who got arrested. He found out he had HIV, and he decided he was going to infect as many people as he possibly can because he had it. And he was a cutie. I mean, he was a cutie. So when I seen it, I was like, oh shit. He could have gave it to anybody I know. You know, he was cute. Thank God he was in an area that I didn't live in. I didn't know him. It was what it was. But then I seen on Facebook a girl who did the same thing. Really pretty girl. Pretty young, skinny girl. Found out she had HIV and decided that she was going to go sleep with as many people as she could to give it to them. You don't know, people. But you need to keep yourself safe. And this coronavirus shit, same thing like H1N1 and common colds. It made me say that I needed to talk to y'all about this, because I realized that y'all are not keeping yourselves safe. People are not keeping people safe. And there's a lot of things going around in the world that we can't put a stop to. So remember, every STD is not curable. Every STD is not something you can get rid of. So you might want to ask the questions before you spread eagle and get it popping. Before you drop it low and put some on your lip. And that goes for men and women. Because sometimes you'll put some on your lip, and then you'll have some shit on your lip, in your mouth, on your tongue. Yeah. So, act like you know. Life is short, and you want to live the best one that you can possibly live. So ask those questions. Don't be afraid. If you're afraid to ask a person if they've ever had an STD, then you should be afraid to have sex. If you're afraid to ask a person to go to the doctors with you, then you should be afraid to have sex. If you are afraid to say, hey, you ever had a sexually transmitted disease? Then you should be afraid to say, hey, come over and Netflix and chill. I'm just saying. But this has been the Queen. I wasn't going to talk to y'all half an hour, but it's really been a half an hour that fast. It's been 29 minutes and 20 seconds, and I'm going to go and take a shower and get ready. And I hope y'all do like my new hair. It's going to be here for at least 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks or something like that. And then I'm going to try to go back to my own hair because I'm getting tired of stuff in my head. But I appreciate y'all for watching me. I appreciate y'all for sharing me. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to be part of the Queen's journey. And like I told y'all all before, I love you to life. I love you to life. So live the best life that you can live. You only get one. And even though I'm talking to you about it, I can't live it for you. I can only give you advice. This has been the Queen. Deuces.